The situation about it is that before the Laney started, there was the street leagues. And there was a team from Dublin Hill which were called the Hatchet Men. And the team from Blackpool were called the Holy Terrors. They took us up to Glenfield and we paid them home. That was the start of the Glen and the Laneys. And after that, the meeting place of the Laneys was down in Kilbarry in the wagons. And the reason why was Kilbarry Gate, there was a big square inside in Kilbarry Gate, and there was nothing there on a Sunday morning, only card playing and pitching tots. And when it rained, we all went down to the wagons down below, and there was card playing in one wagon, and there was a meeting going on in another wagon. And there used to be splits the wagons used to be for cattle. And there was a split in the middle where the water, the urine will run out. And we'd bash that, and the money that they'd be playing inside would go fall down the hole, and we'd be on the roof watching that. But anyway, that was the start of it. Until one day somebody came up with me, I think it could be Sean himself, that came up with we'd start meeting somewhere.
Sean Dwyer?
Sean Dwyer, yeah. And we had the first meeting, or kind of, well, it wasn't a meeting, it was a congregation of people. And we met, and anyway, that was finished that, and we went back down to the wagons again. And after that, now I'm not too familiar or can remember what happened, but there was a committee formed. And we played with a football above in Jolly's field. But it was only a minor football, it wasn't a big one at all. And I went into Elvery's the following Wednesday, I think it was a Wednesday, and I bought a full-size football. I got the money off of Sean for 25 pounds, 25 shillings. And we brought it out and we started from there, playing football. We went up to Jolly's field, which is the field now above Delaney Park, where Millfield is built now. And we were in there, and we've been on summer in there 10 minutes, and Polly Flynn sit down, one of his young fellas, and throw us over the wall. Then we went up to the top of Dublin Hill, and we stayed there for a bit. But I'll never forget the first day we came up here, there was only Tiger Man and myself came up for a walk. And in the middle of that pitch outside, there was a big boulder, a rock. And the trouble at the time was, how are we going to get the rock out of it? And there was, I can't remember, but there was Tiger and myself, and Connie, Tiger's brother, came up, and we were trying to fool around digging through. Anyway, they got a JCB eventually, and there's still some of that rock left there, because they couldn't get it all up. But that's that, and we started laying down below on the bottom below here. The first match we ever played was against Spangle Hill, and we had to get low on the jerseys. They were the red and green. They were the Commons Road jerseys, because Commons Road was after packing up.
They were the Commons.
And we got low on the jerseys, and we played Spangle Hill above in where the Glen was, the Glen pitch. There's houses there now. And I can't remember, I think we were them, I could tell you who the captain of them was Mick Ford. His daughter was living up in Glentarn there now. And the first championship match we played was against the Army below in Páirc Uí Chaoimh.
The athletic grounds then?
Pardon?
It was the athletic grounds then?
It was the athletic grounds then, exactly.
Yeah.
And the captain of the Army was Captain Goldsborough. He captained the Tipperary hurling team as well. And we beat him that year. We played Vincent's above in the Dyke, was the next one, I think. We went down to Passage for another one. We played Piershig. That was carry on there. And we were running a mile.
Were you a part of that team?
No, he didn't come. He was...
I didn't come until 53. I was away at that time. I was working away.
Yeah, well, Mick.
In fact, you mentioned the Commons Road jerseys there.
Yeah,
When I
that's
was 17, I played with the Commons Road.
yeah.
And I
And Joe
left home.
Sullivan.
I left home then at 17. Went away.
Joe Sullivan and his brother.
Joe
played,
Sullivan,
and
yeah.
your man Gleason.
That's right.
And there was another chap there, I can't remember his name now, his mother only died there 2 or 3 years ago. They were the Commons Road and we got a loan of their jerseys. We had our own jerseys for the championship though. We had, there was a Sean Latimer and brought up 3 different jerseys.
Remember the time down in Kilbarry Gate below?
That's
the game
and,
they
and the style, yeah.
All the game they played in there in that place.
And there was no games played there, you couldn't play a game there. There was no games played there, you couldn't
And that
play.
game, the general, what you used to have was in the morning, kick around there.
Oh, there, yeah, but there was no, there was a real small
And
bar
you
or
could play pitch and
something.
toss after that, and maybe.
There was pitch and toss and the cars.
Because Billy Bowpayne was a strong influence in Dublin Hill.
Oh, it was. The long lane.
In the long lane, yeah.
It was. Latimer saying Slugger Fitz, he made his name up there. He played Mick Barry up there. No, he didn't. He played, what's his name outside in, in the boathouse, Derry Kinney.
Was named Sean's brother, a big ball player too, Rory.
Yeah, that was Joe.
Yeah.
Joe Doyle, he was. Joe was...
Joe, yes, Joe.
I'll never forget one time, Mick. The first time we started playing football, we didn't know how to kick the ball from the sideline and throw it in like a soccer. And Sean ran up and told us, no, you can't do that. But we done that, and yeah, sure, we had great times. We played.
We came.
We were down in Killarney with us. We played St. Brendan's in Killarney.
No.
And we went down to Killarney anyway. I have photographs of that, Tuggy Man and all them now.
There's a couple of photos there, no, which
We had and we couldn't play in the big pitch because it was all flooded, so we played in another pitch and so we were up to our neck in muck. And talking about muck now, we used to go over to the valves over in Toker. And it was so bad over there that there was a stream running down inside the place. You put your ball, your clothes first of all into a black plastic bag in case of rain and everything. It was the same up here when we came up here first.
Yeah.
And when we finished, you wouldn't bother taking off your boots, you just walk into the river. It was only about 2 foot deep.
Yeah.
Walk in and wash yourself and that was it, and come out and put your clothes on. But
Well, Billy, didn't she play a county final in 51, did she?
we played with Donovan Masters and was beaten.
You were beaten by Glenmoire at that time.
No, we were beaten by Donovan Masters round the park.
We objected to them.
I think that's right. I think you're right.
You jobbed. I wasn't here at all that time, only going on the stories.
That's right.
And we some people that were passing by, and then they mentioned to Sean that there was 2 fellas from Shannon Airport playing on the Donovan Rossett team, and the objection went in, and the Delaney's won it. And they played Glenmoire in the final, and the final of the county. Glenmoire beat them. They came back then to play the City Division final against Brian Dillons, and Brian Dillons beat them. So they haven't been in 2 finals.
on the team
They won nothing.
But yeah, there was great excitement in days. I remember now on the Sunday morning, we'd leave Dublin Hill about 10 or 12 of some bicycles, and I used to have the gear on the back of the bike, cycle down to Rochestown College and play the Rochestown College, and the young fellas down there were big happy fellas to kick the ass off you. You play a game of handball first, and you finish, and you win, have a cup of tea and a sandwich, and come out and play a football match after that and cycle home. That was the time, that time.
You should play the handball.
Where
was the handball played?
Been on
Rochestown, there was a handball.
And
And that handball alley is still there.
there.
That handball alley is still there.
Is it?
And but they use it now as a hurling alley.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I'm sure it was known over the years.
Yeah, but it's still there. The same one is still there.
Yeah, and we used to go up to the SMA above in Wilton. They were all the
They had another pitch up there, yeah.
Please. Do you remember that, mate?
I do.
We used to go up
pushing there. You're on camera. Be moving away and come back. Come back in.
The old chairs.
The other way. This way.
You play a game.
Put your hand on the
there as
table
well.
and you'll be grand.
But we were fine and fit that time, sure.
Yeah. But you became, like, you only founded in 1949 and you played the county final two years later. Like, you were
Oh, that's
successful.
right, yeah. Yeah,
But
but
Successful very quick.
Billy, you must admit too, the Moynihan family had a fierce influence in the ladies.
completely.
Without a doubt.
Mikey and Connie.
You had Mikey, Connie,
Yeah.
Willie, you know,
Yeah.
Well, Dermot and
Tom.
Well,
Tom was an inter-county minor.
He only died here, was it last year?
Is it last year? Did he die last year?
Yeah, I think it was last year he died. I used to meet him over in the church. He used to sing with the family choir.
Yeah, he lived in Perrenry, yeah.
Connie was a grand singer.
Connie won the county championships singing for Ballinhassig in the score.
Yeah,
Remember we had the scores on go off? I know
That's right.
Connie won the county
But
championship.
that's where he lived. Well, has he married?
He's married out to Ballinhassig, yes. They built a house out there.
he married the foreman in PG Hagerty's daughter and went out to Ballinhassig.
Out to Ballinhassig.
And we used to be on to him to know his son wouldn't come up and play with the Leonese. And he said, look, if they're all together below, they're alone there. But that happened to a lot of the old. I mean, if all old Leonese fellas held together, we'd have a senior team down go.
Yeah.
Because we had a senior team. But the situation they had when took their sons away in different places and all that business. But you can't stop that. That's only natural. I remember, what's his name, Mikey's son, Mikey Minan's son, what was his nickname? He's still working, I think, Dublin there in the factory down there.
Mogsy.
Mogsy,
Yeah.
And he started playing soccer with Ballyfian first, and we were all the same way. He would go up to the club, and he couldn't because his buddies were out.
He played here. He played here.
Mogsy had an
But he played with
All-Ireland
Delaney's intermediate football. He did,
football.
Mogsy has an All-Ireland junior football medal.
In 93, yeah.
Yeah. He played up here. Yeah.
But there is no.
He's very involved in the bars outside now for the last few years.
Is he?
Coaching with children, yeah.
Yeah.
Very involved.
Yeah, it was the blessings of God, if he's enjoyed himself.
But I think the Minans originally now from the Long Lane, really. I mean, you'd see it there in the photograph, like you had Jimmy, Tidy,
Jimmy,
as administrators, and then Connie was a junior footballer to Cork, I think.
Connie had one of the two county medals with the Glen.
With the Glen, he has, yes.
And Ty Leary from the Lady Park.
Did Tyke ever play with the Lanies?
He did. He have a county medal anyway, no. He have one. But do you remember Billy Hickey at all? He was in the top terrace in the Lady Park. He was a Glen player. But he got...
Sure, when we won the county in 55, there was 2 Glen players on the team. Jimmy Dalton, he was played left half back with us.
That's right, yeah.
And Connie Moynihan. Yeah.
He took my place in the half back.
Jimmy Dalton, did he?
Yeah, he did. I'll tell you now what happened the day we were playing our Donovan Masters below in the park. I went down, I was on the programme, and when I went down, Sean said to me, "You're not playing today."
Is that 55 now?
That was it, yeah. We played our Donovan Masters just before the game.
Oh, that was in the 51.
That was 51.
51.
When did the pipe band start?
Did Jimmy Dalton play 51?
Well, he wasn't involved at all when the pipe band started. He was gone from the ladies then, wasn't he?
What?
He was gone from the ladies when the pipe band started. 39, 40.
Probably was.
Huh?
Probably was. I can't remember that.
Because I remember I missed a photograph inside in the Grand Parade. They had to look down the wall over the pipe band. I had to go back to the pipe and the same day, but all these guys know that they're all in that photograph.
Was that, was
But
that,
it was-
that was that the 50-14 team, John? Billy?
Which one?
The-
It was
the Grand Parade, is it?
Was it?
I sure you're not to where you
I am, but I think, yes, the Arista Studios, I'm sure. That was in Patrick Street, wasn't it?
I'll have to look at that now again.
I don't know, I
Yeah,
can't.
I can't help you on that now because I can't see.
You don't have to make, you know all about it.
So I got
It's
fixed
the
down
main
all
thing.
them, the McCaffreys in that photograph home. You know the McCaffreys that lived in America?
Who?
That lived next door to us below.
Oh yeah, the McCarthy.
Sean McCaffrey and Paul McCaffrey and Joe.
Or the McCarthy's, and are they a relation to you?
No.
I
No.
don't know.
But he sent that photograph that's out in the hall, there up on the wall.
Is it? I see.
That was taken on the Grand Parade. For the Patrick's Day, as far as I know.
Was that a photograph after the parade?
Pardon?
There was the Patrick's Day parade, was it?
Yeah, that's right. Just taken outside hospitals, if you look at this photograph now, you see
There was
the
another photograph there taken in 76, 75 was it? We were in the final. We won the final of the Feda. But that there was a big parade
That's the
in
one out
town.
in the Bears, is it?
Huh?
The fair in the Bears, is it?
Out in the bar.
Ah, yeah, it was
Remember
before
when there
that.
was a big parade and
That was
we
before
wouldn't let
that.
the team walk in the parade
Yeah.
because we were playing the final that
But
evening.
that photograph that I talked about there was taken before that.
That's 50 years next year now, you know.
Huh?
That's 50 years next year.
50?
50 years, yeah.
The fella win.
That would be, yeah.
Yeah,
But
1975.
they were all the younger, they were all the, I know that team. I wasn't around, I mean I was around, but that was, I'm sure, I was in hospital that time. I had TB there for a while, you know. A year and 9 months, I was in hospital.
You see all them covers, Johnny myself made them. We made them.
Oh, we did, yeah. But the team I'm talking about is, you might see it out there in the Marty after. But there's a lot of them fellas there, isn't it? No, like.
And of
But
course,
anyway, going away from that,
you must
What
remember
about the county final year there? He won the county. Did
that's 55.
yeah.
That was played on for my.
that's right. I was down at that watching it.
So I'm still talking about the goal I scored that day anyway.
Yeah.
We got me could score a couple of them, all right. I remember that well.
You have a big story
I
there,
said,
mate, haven't you? About that.
Paddy McCurtain, he had a mile riddle with the Bears. Dr. Quillen, Lord Massey and played, he had a mile riddle with Brian Dillons.
When was that?
Dr. McQuillan.
Yeah. Duxon.
Mick Welsh, the full back.
Mick Welch was full back that he was a military. He was a corporal in the Irish Army in the military. He was
Yes,
a
right,
red
yeah. Yes, right.
Yeah,
There was another fellow there, he was married to somebody from the village, he was in the army as well. I forget his name.
Was that Billy Boland?
Who?
Billy Boland?
It was.
Yeah, he was from Mitchellstone originally.
Yeah, well, he was in the army, wasn't he?
He was.
You got
He
up a
was.
minute there, I just want to look at the days of that photograph out there.
Right.
He was married to his sister Connie Foley's.
He was, that's right, you're dead on. You're dead on, that's it. He was. And then you had Simon Downey.
Sammy wasn't on that team now. Sammy
No,
was probably a
Simon
sub on it,
came,
yeah.
yeah.
Sammy, Connie Foley was centre field.
What year was
Johnny
that?
Gould.
And you know what, he's not very well at all, was Liam.
Johnny did that, yeah.
Liam Foley, you know that.
Johnny Carter, yeah.
You know that, Nick?
I do.
No,
I do.
I just
Yes,
talking
is
about
it
it.
quite sort of some
Susan the echo there, both son-in-law, right Donovan, right there up here.
Yeah.
But,
That was right, May 1954, that photograph was taken.
1954.
And Joe McCaffrey is next to you in the photograph. He was one of the McCaffreys now, he was...
Jimmy Cathy's in Roger Park, is it?
Yeah,
No,
no,
in,
the Lenny Park.
the
In
Lily Park.
Delaney, you can't place McCarthy's in Delaney Park.
Yeah.
You know, there was Daly's and there was the Birminghams and...
But I was with the pipe band that day. That's why I'm not in that photograph.
You're not in it.
I could have been in it, only that it was stopped from, I had to march with the pipe band.
Oh, yes.
The next pipe band were formed then, you see.
That's right, St. Finbarr's area. St. Nicholas's pipe.
Yeah,
is
that's
it?
right.
Yeah.
So,
Do you know, just as a matter of conversation, there was a fellow scored down a try for Munster there the other day, and talking about rugby. His father used to live in the old Delaney club, Mick McCarthy.
Mick McCarthy played for the Glen Hurling.
He played with the Glen, didn't he?
He
he
lived
did,
in
he played the Glen after, yeah.
I tell you now,
And he went to Mayfield then, I think.
He did.
He did, that's right. I tell you now, he lived in my house in Dublin when I lived next to that.
Was it in the pipe band he lived, or was it Delaney's place he lived?
No, there was a house between the pipe and Laney's.
There was, no.
I lived there. I lived there for a whole...
You lived there, all right. But did McCarthy live in Delaney's house?
He did, quite possible, all right.
It was close enough to it, all right, Mick.
Because
You could have been right there. Mick McCarthy did live there, all right. Didn't what's the name live up there too one time, John Stanton.
he
Ah,
did.
And who else was
Forgot
there?
about
There was
Peggy
an O'Connor.
Minan,
In O'Connor, Michael O'Connor.
The O'Connors lived, yeah.
they lived
Yeah.
across
And the
the road.
Hackett's.
Oh, the
Hackett.
Oh, the Hackett's,
They
they
were
owned
living
it,
there.
sure.
Well, I tell you no, but the Hackett was on the fields that was to be down the wagons with us. And he played his undies in the photograph there. But
we go back to the young fellas that time. Roy was about, how old were we, 14. We took him over to Newport, Wales for Philly McAuliffe.
that's
over on the
right,
boat.
yeah.
And we played a match in Newport and came back on the ship, in his Spannon again.
Were they a priest that time, fella?
Yeah.
He had a parish in Newport,
Oh,
in
yeah,
Wales.
that's right. Yeah.
That's right.
And I remember that the time we went, it was, like you think of it, no, you wouldn't do it. We got on the ferry below, ferried overnight, got into,
Oh, yeah.
I think it was Swansea, we went into, I can't
Yeah,
remember.
no,
Just Swansea, yeah.
And I got on a bus, drove to Newport, met the priest, played a match. I remember I have a photograph at home now of the day. I was 12, 13, 14. This was about 1970. And all back to the pub. But at the time, in England, kids couldn't go into the pub. And we had a load of kids with us. It was me now, and there was underage, it was about 10 or 11. Dermot Curtin was there, not a load of them actually, and we had to stay outside while they were in there. They all drank away in the pub. The bus came back and collected us, back on the boat, overnight, back to Cork, and everyone was it was the roughest night.
Right.
Everyone was getting sick all the way over.
That's right.
And it was just, there was no sleep. 2 nights, no cabins on the boat. We didn't get any cabins, and that was the trip to Newport.
Were Dave Barry there that time?
No, his brother, the older brother Robert, he was there, and there was loads actually from our side over in Clairville. There was Jim Hartnett and one of the Fords, Alan Ford, and yeah.
Mick, who's your oldest brother? He was a blondy-haired fella. Wasn't that right?
Seamus,
Yeah.
Jimmy.
I said he's dead now for a good few years. He's Davy's father.
Davy Barry's father.
Yeah.
Was that it?
Yeah.
No, I'd be on Carrigaline because my wife's grandniece is married to Mick's grandson. They got married there 2 years ago.
Was that you were at the funeral, was it?
Yeah, and they got married there at the funeral. I was talking to Mick's your brother, no, some of them.
Pat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking to
I was
Pat,
talking to Pat below there. But I'll never forget when they bought the club in Dublin Hill. As far as I know, the club was bought for 50 quid from Bertie Hackett.
£40,
Was it?
£40, 50 pence or 50
Yeah,
shillings
yeah,
at the
well, I
time.
noticed something because we bought the van room for
And
50.
unfortunately, as it happened,
About the
afterwards
neighbours,
when we came, Bertie promised us he'd sell us
the place alongside of it.
the shed, you know, the garage he
That's
had.
right.
But that was never honoured really. The family would never honoured it because he said he sold it to us for €400 at £400, which they paid about £10,000 for it after.
They used to keep gas bottles in there.
Young Bertie died, you see, and we hadn't moved until,
Well, at the Mercy and Gunnermanium, he said we took the roof off the club.
yeah.
The front part of it. I don't know where the back, but we took it off and we were like two farmers when we came to Southern Deck. But
Of course, you remember, Johnny, they got a fair amount of money for that old club too, you know. They got a fair amount of money for that club.
they did from Callahan.
No, it wasn't. No, wasn't it? Or was it no at the time? Oh, from it was a Seamus Murphy.
And that was after. That was the latter part of it. I'm talking about when they bought it off about the Hackett.
Yeah, yes.
But the latter part, they did. Seamus
Seamus
bought
bought it then.
that for 90,000.
What has he no Delaney Muse below there?
Oh yeah, there is.
That part there now,
That's
Seamus bought
right.
that. They got about 80,000 for it, like.
They did.
I mean, it was great money. It was great money for here. But you must remember this place was built by the members of the club with Declan Collins was a great collector for us.
Yeah.
And we built this part, not this part now, the bar part of it. And the money was so good and we added a hall to it in the kitchen.
Nick, do you remember the morning it was supposed to be opened on a Sunday morning?
Where's that, John?
This place?
Well, I do. I was away at I was away at Congress that weekend.
And it was broken into
They smashed all the windows.
the night before.
I
night
ran
before.
from Belfast. It was 84. I ran from Belfast to Tom Riley at the time was secretary. And he said, the place is wrecked, he says.
That's
What do we
right.
do? So they went up to Northside Lassie's no room. Are they still there, I wonder?
I tell you what they are now, Mick.
I think he worked for Waters that time.
Do you remember? That's where they are now. They are now opposite where the guard barracks is on the Meadow Road.
Is that what they are now?
Because
he came up on the
NSG, Northside Glass.
Northside Lass. He came up and by the time there was a big night on that night, Sunday night, we weren't actually
that's
officially,
right.
we didn't officially open that time. We didn't open until September.
That was but the club
It
was open.
was just in Easter weekend. The club was ready and they were going to they had the license. They were going to have a big night there. And someone came and smashed all the glass. He came up on that Sunday morning. Tom Daly, I was on the phone from Belfast now. And he said he was putting it in and he had it all ready. And I rang Bill O'Connell, if you remember, were you there that night?
We accompanied Bill O'Connell singing the old rustic bridge.
Yeah, I asked Bill, would he come out? And Bill came out. And that was a shock, I'd say, to see the place smashed.
So we came in, when we came in to the club, they were after urinating all over the place as well. When they got in there, and we had to mop it out.
Yeah.
But it was not. There was a great women's committee there that time.
There was a very good ladies committee there, all right.
Yeah,
There is no doubt. And there's Marguerite Healy was chairman of it at that time.
Who?
Marguerite Healy. Remember?
That's right, that's right.
Yeah.
She was.
I tell you now, I should have mentioned a while ago and make about the Minans. Their aunt was the chief baker at Cook over here, and Aunt Elena. She was O'Connell.
She was.
Lena O'Connell.
But she wanted Pat Collins and too, wasn't she?
She was, that's it.
They were all related, of course.
They were.
I always remember
Well, Jim Connell and Pat, sure they were all
Jim and
there.
Pat, yeah. And of course, all their son-in-laws played with the club, didn't they? Johnny Healy and
Who?
All the O'Connell sisters,
Did it? Yeah.
Oh, they-
all their husbands played with the club.
Did
We
it?
started
Did it?
first.
Yeah. Sure, they married out the lady players and all, didn't they?
Yeah.
A lot of them, Jerry,
But there's
Jerry
been
Murray,
great banter up
Connie
here on
Foley.
Sunday night as
Yeah.
well. So
Who else?
they ended up with a car club, we had that club, there was everything up there. That's what I was saying to Johnny when it coming up there. That, and if and when, we won't be around anyway, that would have all these houses built up there. They should make this place an amenity of a sort. The only way to get everyone into the place and involved. Because they'll be whistling below on the glen and everywhere else to get players out of this place.
But should there be houses built there now in the next year or two?
They were
Listen, Johnny, the situation was why there was houses being built here 10 years ago and then they were never built.
Still not built, yeah.
And my wife was coming up with, they built a road there which I consider was a waste of money.
Well,
going
that's
up
not too
onto
bad, no,
Gavin's
right?
Bridge. And my wife was
which road are you talking about, John?
uh,
Which road are you talking about? That's a waste of money.
Me?
Yeah?
The road at Gary's Bridge.
Oh, yes.
they
another-
come up, they built a
another
road
one there.
down onto the Glass Bridge, going nowhere. It isn't even the width of 2 buses. And they're building 350 houses there.
There.
Right. And then, to make it worse again, they can't get up onto the bridge.
Lads, I jump in there. We're going to do 5 more minutes because there's plenty of other groups.
Yeah, that's all right. I don't know.
That's brilliant.
No panic there.
Two people I'm going to be talking to later is George's mother and George's mother-in-law, who used to run dances in the hall. I don't know if you used to go to them.
We used to play there.
Can you talk a bit about that before we wrap up? Because I'd love to hear any memories of that time.
Well, first of all, there used to be a holy here every Christmas for the pensioners. And we used to play at it, most of them. There's the women's committee here catered for all the grub and drink and everything like that. And Danny Wallace used to come up, he was a TD at the time, and used to come up and be mixing with the people, and that'd be continued up until 11 or 12 o'clock that night.
I'd say what the dances that were organised by the Women's Committee were more for teenage. These lads here were a bit older than that. The 80s.
Oh, yeah, that
was- But they used to be
we used to have a Christmas party for the old age people.
yeah, but they used to be a regular weekend
And I tell you now,
discos basically.
Yes, but
And
unfortunately,
that were actually very good fundraisers. You know, you had to be a member. You joined a disco club, I think they had.
yeah, but there was.
But they used to be first trouble, you know. As like, you
not
know,
so much trouble.
all
with
these things.
drinking, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was how the teenagers.
The
were
teenagers,
that
yeah.
Not no time.
No, not you were even well gone beyond that.
Oh, we were.
I was-
What were the social events like in your time in the club? What were they like? Did you have social events?
Well, I'll tell you now, we went from social event of grub, eating and drinking to singing competitions. And the furniture company down the road used to donate a big clock or some other thing for the social purposes down there. And you couldn't get in the door.
That's the bowl.
We used to have to, we were the first
The
crowd, I'd
ball.
say, to put
No,
security
here.
on the door. There was such a demand for it to come up
Singing
here.
competition here.
Was there?
There
Oh,
were.
there was, that's right, yeah.
There was.
For the first probably
What's the name?
30 years of the club, most of the socialism was done in the Bowler's Rest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That pub, no, it's well gone now,
It's
but
gone out.
that was the clubhouse
Or Rick Donoghue was
for
across the
30
road,
for
yeah.
30 years. In most of my playing time,
Well, I tell you
it
now,
was it was where you went if you won. You know, and George Murphy, who was the proprietor, would, you know, you could stay there until 3 or 4 in the morning.
Oh, not
There was
sure.
no issue. Well, he had no issues about closing, but that was the central.
It was a cool.
And after every game, Sunday
Sure, we
morning
have a
training,
meeting down there,
everything revolved around the bowlers.
I remember one time to the Minor Championship that we won. We were playing, no, it was a local, it must have been somewhere in Coxley we were playing, and we played Ballastic in the final. But they were all into the bowlers, the young fellas, and Harry Combs was the treasurer. And the there was nothing paid for. You got for your drinking, just put on the book with thing, but Harry Collin after he paid for it. But anyway, I remember there was 9 points a lager. Who drank the 9 points a lager? 9 different new fellas. Harry refused to pay for it. He says, George, you're serving underage drinkers, why are you not paying for it?
I go back there, when my underage, there's a lot of these guys now played. That was probably an under 15 match, Mick. And I remember we played out in Ballyphehand. Do you know where the showground or the playground is now? In Ballyphehand, Mick?
Yeah.
They used to play matches in there.
They used
The
to.
GA matches.
Yeah.
And we played a team called Tower Street. You know who they were?
What do they call them, Jay?
Tower Street,
I do,
Redmond.
yeah,
Redmonds,
I do,
yeah.
I do.
Redmonds.
Redmonds.
And you put me anyway, centre back, come centre field. This is only standing out in my mind now. For the league match only, you know.
Yeah.
I had a stormer anyway. Reason being is the goalkeeper kept pucking the ball out towards me. Jesus, I was to myself, wouldn't he puck the ball left or right, like?
I don't tell me
I
that.
caught the ball anyway, and at the end of the day, we were going all over the gate, and Mick Barry says, Jesus, Johnny Lee, and then the match today. That stands out in my mind all the time. We got the bus back home again then.
Come here, Jenny. I know you underage. Am I that old?
Huh?
Am I that old, Jenny? Yes,
Are we
you were
that
playing
old?
overage.
We had John.
Was I playing you overage at the time?
You weren't playing.
I know.
You were-
Well, you were playing, I think.
I wasn't, no. Just look at him there. John Stanton is there.
John Stanton, yeah.
John is my age. John Minor is my age.
Let's see.
83, yeah.
Small story.
Tony Barry is here, younger than me.
Who?
Tony Barry.
Tony. Jesus.
Tony.
Tony.
You know Tony.
But I was up in Fitzgerald's Park last week with Dennis Cummins and Ryan, you know, sitting down having a cup of coffee, and I had the man saying, we were speaking out loud now, naturally, when there's a deaf man, and the people across the road, and there was one over there very noisy. No, I was with two fellas that were, one time I cannot remember the small fellas like, but imagine to be classed as an old man with two people I had played underage with me.
And we were two pensioners.
And they were
Mate,
Well, we played another time up in Dillon's, and to Glenview we played.
Glenview.
You know the Moors, or
Was
Passion
Sean
Club.
Moore playing that day, was he?
Who?
Sean Moore?
Ah, Christ, Moore. He was a way older than me. He played with the captain that
He
day.
did.
But he's two...
He had two younger brothers.
Yeah, one of them played with the Glen, the other fella played, he went rugby.
He was rugby.
Terry
Yeah,
played rugby.
He kind of went.
But the other fella played with the Glen Arthur.
He did.
We used to play them. You see, that time, Mick, all the matches were all one group. There was no
You
B
played
and C.
everyone, yeah.
It was all, you know, we had to play the likes of the Glen below now, with Jerry Sullivan and Patrick Hatton and all that. She'd be better shit out of us.
And I tell you, John, always turned off on the side of the ditch. Huh?
Huh?
No dressing rooms.
oh, not
No,
at all.
yeah.
Not at all.
Up in Dillon's inside in the bloody tank.
Yeah. And the only
That's why they
dressing
call
room-
it a tank
the
field.
only dressing rooms were out in Douglas, old shacks.
That's right, and the bottom of the pitch was all flooded.
Yeah.
What used to call the talk, the talker, they used to call the bell team that time.
Yes.
That's right, talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen,
Even though there
enjoy
was-
yourself. It's later than you
Johnny
think.
used to give you cakes.
Enjoy
Huh?
yourself.
Johnny,
What's that?
but used to give you cakes
Me, I never got cakes
after the
off.
matches.
I never got cakes off here.
That era was before that.
Was it?
I say that was before that.
It was my
You
era.
weren't doing confectionery all your life, are
What
you?
was that song you were singing there?
Were you doing confectionery all your
Enjoy
life? was it?
yourself.
Yeah.
It's
That's why he
later
went-
than you
that's why
think.
he went to,
Enjoy yourself.
Arklow,
While
service
you're
time.
still in the pink.
In Arklow, and then he went back to, he was then his
yourself.
first real job was in Limerick. So he was in his
Enjoy
21
yourself,
or 22
enjoy
before he
yourself.
came back
It's
to Cork
later
then.
than you
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
To play, and that's how he played with the Danes.
Huh?
You know.
What song is that?
What's that?
What song is
They
that?
got make you up with
Enjoy
other
yourself.
stories.
But is it related to the club or?
Not at all. There was a
Make what about a couple of stories from you?
Come on, we next crew.
Have we people waiting? Geez, lads, we could go all day, and maybe we will go for more another day. But
Another
Ger
day.
has lined up a load of groups for the day, so we'll have to.
You could just bring this outside here, we can have a chat out there. Come on over here, we have a chat.
One sugar off, all right.
Come on, we have the next crew ready to go.